contact is the answer to the... Oh. All right, TikTok's live.
Yay, TikTok! Yay, TikTok! Right.
Rolled a 15 on the quickness.
Okay, so that's 3 cards or 4?
4.
4 cards. Okay.
The Twitch is live. We can go home.
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok?
Yeah, there is no Twitch.
Twitch talk.
Occasionally Twitch.
Yeah. But I did see, I've watched a bunch of those other people they're doing like kind of a camera on each side.
Yeah.
And they do the masks where you have the things and then you
The
have
masks.
Well, it's called a mask where you have
Masking out the face.
Oh.
they have boxes and all that, and then you can get a stream deck.
Squares.
Yeah, pretty much. And you get a stream deck, which is a basic keyboard between 6 and 12 keys, and you just hit it, switch back and forth. So that's how you pop back and forth. So you could have sitting here, like the DM's talking to hit this, and it pops to that scene where it's just the DM's here, everybody's talking there. There goes to the map or the dice. You just kind of click back and forth. That's basic. When you see them doing that, there's somebody running it, hitting a stream deck.
Well, yeah, that's a lot with a lot of stuff. Is there's people in the background running stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
Production
possible.
team.
Yeah.
It is possible to do it. It would just be somebody would, like me, I would just sit here. If I was paying attention enough, and just hit the.
Yeah, that's the only thing. We get into it. It's like, oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Well, it would be nice to have one for that if you're doing like maps, so that way we don't have to pick it up and go, oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Can you see that? So this is just continuing from the last round.
Yes, that you were playing.
All right.
So go ahead. We're farther down. So aces, kings.
I got 9, so
Okay, 9.
going towards the guy that's changing.
So you were all the way back over here,
Yeah, I was at the far end.
far in. So he's at the other far end.
Yeah.
So it's I guess at the end around, would that be? Yeah, it'd be about. You could get there with his pace of 20. Yeah.
Well, I never activated that.
Oh, you never activated it.
No.
Okay.
We just talked about it.
Okay. Well, you can start running there then. What's your normal pace then?
10.
10. Okay. Well, you can start heading back over there then. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Okay, yeah, that's no problem at all. You can run as fast as you like. It's on the infinity side.
Oh, it's muted.
Oh.
Okay, so turn it back around.
Test?
All right. Testing.
How's
Yeah,
that?
there we go. That's better.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
You hear us now?
Are we live?
No, but I'm just everybody talks, so I'm gonna see if I got rid of the echo.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it working?
Talk, talkity, talk.
How are you doing?
So if I'm
down
just
You ever seen a
running,
grown man naked?
there? Yes.
so if I'm just running, Mike, can I just put this up my sleeve?
Yep,
Wait
definitely.
a minute. Do I count?
You're not a grown man.
Okay.
I'm a real boy.
I'm
I'm a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
Don't worry.
Hey there,
Still-
Mikey. How's it
Left
going?
leg
Are you
down.
okay down there, Mikey?
left
How do
leg.
you need anything,
Left leg.
mister man?
I'll put choppy for some reason.
Everything okay down there, mister?
Okay, go ahead. He's gonna take a. He can't do anything, so we'll just go 8s, 7s.
I mean, I have.
Yeah,
Basically,
he's
am I
got
going to be able to get to him? All right. Well, actually, one thing I'm going to do is activate Strength of the Bear.
Okay.
So,
The one guy's gonna shoot at you.
all right. I still do have 4 armor.
I'll
You
turn
hit.
that down.
7. Still in the lower guts. So 4 armor brings 8s down to.
Well, 8, 6, 4, and then drop a die.
Okay, so 3d4. No wound. Okay. Next one, 5.
Well, like I said, 6. I'm activating Strength of the Bear. So,
That's fine.
Roar.
Second shot missed. Okay. Go ahead and roll quicknesses again. Unless you have something else you want to do.
Is that everybody?
Let's see. I'm trying. Let me finish up this strength of the bear. Make sure I.
Hello?
Hi. I'm trying to reach you about your car's warranty.
Really? I'd really like to hear about that.
Well, then.
Really? That's a first.
Something like that, Brad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see where it's open or closed usually? Or does it matter?
Open.
Okay. Spent 2 appeasement points on my strength of the bear,
Okay.
and then another segment I'm going to use. 2 more points on Horned Owl's Fury.
Okay.
So that's going to be 3 steps on the die type for the weapon damage on my war club.
Okay.
So that's going to
So his attires look something similar to that.
Actually, I was just like, well, I think I was just looking at that picture. No, I was looking
and
Oh, okay.
how far away am I at the
Yeah.
Okay.
end of the
It's
round?
pretty much like that.
Okay.
Let's see. So you'd be about. You get to him next round. You'd be
Well, I
about
mean, what's my range to him? 'Cause I can pull out a tomahawk and throw it at him. So.
Let's see. So he was about 15 yards.
Does he wear a gun belt or just?
Or
Yes,
wait,
he does
no,
have a gun
let's
belt
see, you went
with,
that
You
far.
might not be able to
So
see
he's about
too well,
20.
An army
So
Colt.
you're about 10 yards.
10 yards?
He does
So that's
right hand side.
but- Okay.
so with a range of 5 on the
Do you want
tomahawk.
me to
That's
be
2
behind
steps.
that or just leave
Okay.
it?
Or it's medium range, right? Not short.
Yeah.
Kind of like a head.
All right, which makes it a 7.
You can just show the
Yes.
All
the
right.
gun belt
Okay.
from the front.
All right.
Okay.
So
just.
He
like
does
right
have
below
light
there.
cover, so
The gun belt.
Yeah,
I
I guess
guess
you
down.
probably won't really see it.
You'll see a
was
little
that
bit.
Yeah.
adding?
Or
you
make
can
it an
have
8.
the coat
Make it an
back
8?
a little bit
Okay.
to show it.
Kind of like this, where it's like draped behind the gun.
Yeah.
So it
Mm.
shows it off a little bit more.
Yeah.
7.
Okay.
So
And he wears it
Okay.
on his right hip.
I missed.
Yeah.
All right. It stinks right by his face, though, right in the tree, like, funk. It's like,
Hits the cover.
yeah, it's the cover. Okay, so was there anything else?
Nope, that was the end of
All
my.
right, go ahead and roll your quickness again.
And then that leg brace is very much like a Mad Max style.
That's what I was going to do with like the straps, kind of
Yeah.
like a steampunk looking
Mm-hmm.
leg brace.
So 7 is
You said Colt Army?
Hmm?
Colt Army?
Yeah.
Okay, aces.
I mean, you're not gonna tell.
Queens.
You'll be able to tell. But
Okay, you got an ace, so he's going to try and shoot you again.
If it looks different,
Mhm.
then kind of.
He does hit.
How so?
Ooh, in the brain head.
The
But-
head.
He goes down.
Brain head.
Brain head. Got you there in the brain head. Oh gosh, what a sucky roll. You took 1 wound.
Mm,
yeah, probably the only thing is that the Colt Army will have like a little bit longer barrel than like a Colt Peacemaker. You know?
Right. Yeah.
Mike.
It'll have the handle
Oh,
just
okay.
like pretty much similar to like the Black Powder.
I don't wanna-
Okay.
I don't want any scars. Not the face.
On the face.
Not
On
the
the
face.
face.
It could have been a lot worse.
Cool. Can't wait to finish this.
And then he has a monkey on his shoulder.
Oh, okay. I can put that in there.
Oh, mine has a monkey on his back.
I I did, but I bought off that hindrance.
So queens.
You can basically get to him.
Yeah. So I'm gonna swing.
All right, go ahead.
Mine
His
looks a lot
difficulty
like
will be
bow.
7.
7.
I would not want bow on my back. It's time to call the police.
He's got
What
some
is
little deck of
currency?
cards and
O-N-O-R.
everything. It's so cute.
He tapped you with that little pin. He's trying to hit me.
He's fucking everything around you.
Get the little organ grinder. He's like, oh boy.
You just gotta put him on something he'll.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll take care of this.
Well, 9.
Okay, you hit. So, location?
14 dice. 12.
Okay, so that's arms.
12. 24 points.
24 points. Divided by 6, that's 4. Yikes. Okay, well, he lets out a scream as he stumbles back. He's got to roll his figure. What's his target there, Dale?
Oh, how many wounds did he
4.
take? 11. I already know.
He starts rolling down the hill. Okay. Tomahawk's there if you wish to grab it, but that'll be an action.
I mean, you don't have telepathic tomahawk retrieval?
No.
No?
Telekinetic.
That's what I meant.
No one needs to talk to their tomahawk.
Johanna pulled you off. You go.
Be the tomahawk.
No.
So I do have a 2.
Okay.
But the other guy, how far can I reach him, or do I need to
You'll have to go another round.
another round? I'll go ahead and grab the tomahawk.
Okay. All right. You hear a lot of chain gun shooting going on all around down the road.
Yeah.
Shots burning off. Next round, real quick.
$13.
Only a 7.
I don't know why you're looking at
For 13.
I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, 13. Yeah, 0, 5, 10. Yeah, 3.
And the red joker's the good one, right?
Yeah. Yes, if that's the red joker.
So,
I have a 10. So.
so aces.
Okay. Yes. He's about finished with his transformation, by the way. So.
Okay. Well, let's see how he takes this.
Is he going boy or girl?
This is about right there.
If you lift the tail, he's a boy.
Going to reach out and pat him on the nose.
Oh, okay. That's a big newspaper you have, by the way.
Who's the good boy? Who's the motherfucking good boy?
18.
Okay.
That's 2 steps, 2 races. Yes.
Yeah.
Four.
Nice. Well, you put that right in the brain.
Up with a 4?
Oh, you rolled 4 location. Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
had 4 raises. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
2 raises.
2 raises. Well, you can put in the lower guts.
All right, lower guts in.
Ugh.
So that's 15. Seven 33. 35 points.
Okay.
Which is 5
So,
wounds.
I see. Wait. Okay.
Or did his?
You got
Body
so
change.
half that. It's not silver.
Okay.
So half that.
All right. So that'll be 17 and a half, or
Okay, divide that by 7, so that's 2.
Okay.
So body is 2. But he has to roll his vigor. So that's 7. Dale? Vigor?
How many wounds?
2.
Should be turn over 7. Yeah. Okay.
So he made that, but he still takes 2 wounds. 8. Okay, so that was
ace,
Ace.
jack.
Okay,
Try it again.
alright.
Uh, 9. So is that still the target for the?
You need a 7.
Okay.
Yep.
So 9.
Okay, you hit.
And 6.
Okay. So that's the lower guts. So
All right.
roll it up, divide it in half.
Mm, 22. So 11. 1 wound.
Okay. Another one. But he still has to do. Okay, so he failed. So he's just stunned, right?
Yeah. Pretty much.
So that was Jack's.
Yes.
King. I mean, Jack.
Well,
He has a 10.
he has a 10.
Okay.
So
He.
gonna try and come out of it.
Yep, he's going to try and roll.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and hit him again just
Okay.
for fun.
Go ahead.
Oh, you're waking up? Okay, whack-a-doodle.
Yeah. Actually, does that remove the? Since he's stunned, he doesn't get his skill for defense, right?
Right.
So it drops
Yeah,
it to
so
a 5.
5. Yep.
What does it add for a cold shot head?
Plus
6.
Plus 6.
Why is there a phone on the ground?
Oh, that was mine. I forgot. It fell and I was so busy thinking about Bo was a monkey. I didn't even pay attention.
I was too busy thinking about being a monkey.
Bo being a monkey.
Should have done it. Oh, well. 17 to hit.
Okay, you hit. Raises.
That would be 3.
Mhm.
Or no, just 2. 6. So still in the.
Yep.
Still lower guts. So 35 again for damage, and half the 17, 18. Does it round up or down?
Down.
down.
So,
Yeah,
but that's
it's
still
over
three.
there.
That's still 5. So basically, you hack, whoosh, and you basically chop him in 2 pieces,
Yeah.
and basically he reverts back the way he was. So we'll go out of rounds right there. Okay. What do you do after that?
Well, head towards the wall.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your cog.
Five.
Okay. There's like a lot of stuff going on up there. Shots going off. Hails of gunfire. So it's pretty down. So pretty much you're going to have to go down the hill and back up the hill.
Yeah.
And for speed's sake, we'll just say it's going to take you a few rounds. By the time they get ready to go in, you will be able to catch up with them.
Catch up.
Catch up.
Well, actually, is the house up against the wall on that side?
No, you kind of come down, you come over a little clearing, and then you go up over the wall, which
Yeah.
is about 5 foot.
From
And
the
then-
window
And
to
then
the wall. Sorry.
and then you hop over the wall, and basically you're on the several acres of the actual mansion.
Yeah. Because I thought, from what I remembered of the layout, the house was up against the wall on the north side there.
No, it's actually a flat plateau, and I've got a map over here. Let's see. Yeah, there you pass it over, Dale.
Ben said, Dale, mage.
Huh?
Ben said, Dale, mage.
Mage.
I don't know.
Hey, Ron, you come over here a second.
Only if you pay me.
All right, wait, where were you going to head?
Towards the main building.
Okay. Pretty much going to take a few rounds for you to get up there. Just go and roll your nimbleness.
You're going to take a few rounds getting up there.
Nimbleness or climb?
Oh, climb. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Probably might have been better off just taking the nimbleness. 7.
7. All right, no problem. You hop over the wall pretty quickly. You get up to the main building. The door's kind of bashed in. There's a couple of bodies laying in the ground, and as you kind of come into the main hall, there's more bodies all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get up there, all of a sudden there's a big explosion, which basically shakes the whole building. Somebody threw some dynamite. Wonder who that could have been.
Yeah, killed that goddamn voodoo guy, though.
Yeah.
Then he tried to kill me, and then no.
Nope. Pretty much you find your way up the stairs. As you get up the stairs, you can hear gunshots going off. And you kind of find yourself in a small hallway. There's like a caged gate that's open. It's a very dark hallway, except now there's some light kind of spilling in.
Yeah.
As you come around a corner, you see the Texas Rangers basically fighting off a bunch of undead zombies. They're kind of like fighting on those guys, and you see them kind of up into another room beyond. There's a big hole in the floor, and this room is covered in like a steel facade, and it's been blown out where they were across the room. And on the side of the room, there's these cages, and each cage is a tarantula. One of those giant tarantulas. Not as big as the one you saw, but it's basically the
one
size
they
of
fought.
a small pony.
Just small tarantulas.
And they're kind of up in their cages. They're very agitated. They're trying to get out, but you do see all of them across the way with Bo and all them are kind of in like a library beyond. There's like a hallway of stuff, but you can kind of see all that going on. As you kind of go up, Captain's like, they're all through the way, get on over, we'll take care of these fellas. So, what do you want to do?
Who said that?
Catch him. The
Catch 'em.
Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
They're mopping up the dead.
Okay.
And along with
Go ahead, we got this here.
They're messy.
That's Heinz.
They're
ketchup.
dead. They're
All messed up. Thank you.
Spiky.
So yeah, head towards the group.
Okay. You'll get over there. Basically, you guys are kind of just got into that room. You've just checked over him.
Right, and I offed him and went through my little shindig with him. And
Right. So basically, you guys show up. You show up in the room with him. So you can get naked now.
well, there you are. About time you made the party.
Did Dennis join us too, or?
No, he's out in the street.
Having a fine old time with the Gatling gun.
That's all you hear. I'm like,
No more targets anymore.
He's just playing with it now.
Writing his name on the wall.
Gallifrey Falls, no more.
Olaf was here. You weren't.
Olaf was here. Now you're not.
No, you're not. You tell that preach to stop wasting all the damn ammo. I need to invent walkie-talkies. Terribly.
No, you didn't create good ones.
Right.
Well, unfortunately, OBS keeps crashing. I don't know what's going on. So, sorry guys.
No Facebook tonight.
Huh.
We only got TikTok.
Yeah, OBS has crashed. Every time I look on it, I keep saying it's crashed.
So now it wasn't crashing before. It just wasn't connecting. Now it's just not crashing. Yeah, you have to do a reboot.
I did. I just did a reboot. Now it's crashing. Before it wouldn't do anything. Before it wouldn't link to OBS.
We've been cursed.
Now
Critical
I
Role.
restarted. Now every time I open OBS, it comes up.
It's
Oops,
just Mike.
OBS has crashed.
That's looks
What?
like they've got
It's
an
just
update
Mike.
for that.
It's just
Yeah, it must have when it updated. It must have.
I wouldn't think it would, but it could.
change
Possible.
a setting of some type.
Oh no, it's just that whatever Windows had to update for him, it may have changed something, and now they need to change something on their program.
Yeah, OBS needs to be updated.
Probably.
Oh, you know, there's only one thing to say, Mike.
What?
You're fired.
I'm fired. Okay, I fired. Okay, so
get
now
all your
Big Dragon
software.
come. He eat all you. Eat your face. Especially your face and you. You say something now. I'll see how your face.
Sit on his face?
Yeah, you
You
say
say something now, I
both
sit
on your face.
Nothing worse than a dragon sitting on your face.
And then Naomi Poole sit on my face. That's okay. She sit on my face too. Me first though. All right. Well, you know what? Whatever's going on is going on. I can try one more time after reboot if that doesn't happen. Anyway, you guys get in the room.
Just gotta get going here.
Yep. Pretty much. We'll go ahead and. Oh gosh, I gotta see this.
Like I said, one of those things that just had to get out of my head. I couldn't stop it.
You'd appreciate that.
Should have been no boobies. No boobies.
Now, in the meantime, down on the street, there is that explosion. Were you going to do anything, or are you still standing down there, Dennis?
Is there anything
No.
else or whatever?
Pretty much deduced the explosion was probably just Colin and decided to bring dynamite to the party.
That's right. And you know the Black Dragons have gone into the place,
Mm-hmm.
and you notice the vampire has gone into the place. So there's a lot of ruckus going on inside the building.
Oh, the vampire went in?
Yeah, he was on the roof. He killed the other one you shot at. Remember, you
Oh,
shot the
yeah.
other one.
Yeah.
He sliced the other one, and he went into
Right.
the building. Not where you guys are at, but he went into
The arena. Oh, I thought maybe when I killed the voodoo guy, maybe it dropped the...
No, it's the land's blessed.
Okay.
He can't step on it. You do notice coming down the road on your left is basically what's about 20 men. Is that a squad or?
squad. Maybe
That'd be
a
called a
platoon.
whack fuck.
Or
No, it's
platoon.
yeah, more like a platoon.
You do see a platoon of Confederate soldiers, and there does seem to be a sergeant on front of them, and there is a black man in a Confederate uniform, kind of running him, and he seems to be riding up towards you, and he's waving his hand.
I recognize him. This is Lee's guy.
Yep, you notice that's Roger Lancaster.
Yep. Put the muzzle up.
Yep.
Down
Just
fucking there.
Maximum elevation. Let's see if we can hit
Wave at him.
Memphis.
Yep. He
Just
rides
like a
up.
bullet
He's
tonight.
like, "Well, I see we're a little late, Father Com."
He's inside.
No, I'm sorry.
You know,
You need to stop drinking,
all
son.
all white people look alike.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Let's take that again.
That's for all of our brothers from the mother out there.
Well, now I can't even open Chrome.
What?
Yep, there's some major problems going on here.
What'd you do? Get an update of death?
Apparently, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Look at that. Father Olaf. Well, if I ever be. It looks like we're a little late to the party, Janet, sir.
Yes, it appears that you are there, but
There's an explosion on the building. Well, maybe not too late, gentlemen. Sergeant,
Bernie with me over there.
Not me.
Sergeant starts dispersing some men around. He's like, well, it took a little bit to get some gentlemen to join us. But it looks like you all have this handled.
Boom. We'll just leave now. Somebody's juggling dynamite? Yeah,
It happens.
we have something to do over this way.
Did anybody update the Raconteur Society page?
I thought Dennis did.
Yeah, so sorry, Facebook programming has telegraphed no feed tonight.
Why won't TikTok on?
That update really screwed up my whole laptop. So.
No. Can I see that picture again?
Okay, wait a minute. What do you, what's the situation? Does sound like they're having some fun inside. And he points to the building.
We have a friendly vampire ally and a bunch of the.
Excuse me?
Yes, I know how hard that may seem to hear, but a friendly
They never wrote vampire.
vampire ally is in the side there, and along with a bunch of our Asian friends from the city here.
Those black dragons?
Yes, sir, that would be them.
Alright. Alright, well.
Everybody else has been in the main Connor compound there. Just down around the corner of the road there.
Alright, well, we have the situation right about then. You see a flare go out of the third floor window. The opposite side of where the explosion was. You see a flare out a window, basically shoots up in the sky. like a signal flare.
Mhm.
I wonder if that means they surrender.
And the disco balls.
I'm hoping that it's not a signal for the other forces to converge and do a attack of opportunity to help them out.
Well, the sergeant will start moving his men around here. Do you wish to stay here on this apparatus, or do you wish to go on up to the building?
Which building would you be?
Well, he points to the mansion.
I believe I'm going to go ahead and down to the mansion. Is it up or down?
Up the hill.
Up the hill to the mansion there and check in with my compatriots.
All right. Well, I give you a ride, or you want to take your horse? I'm a little familiar with this machine myself, and he kind of gets down and gets onto the wagon. You can take my horse if you wish.
Well, I've got Bishop Ball Mary here. I'll just go ahead and ride her on up.
All right. Well, you can start doing that. Go ahead and roll your cog.
Keen?
Yes.
12.
When you were talking to him, you did see Manuel head on into the mansion when you were talking to the guy. So you know Manuel's already headed that way.
All right, so I will chase up the road and follow suit.
All right. Basically, you're right up there. It's kind of the same thing I said before, where you're kind of see that everything else happened last time. You can't remember, right?
Yeah.
So,
Tracing through the aftermath.
yes. You'll get there a little bit after Manuel, but go ahead. Okay. Finally.
Working?
It finally worked.
Delete your post, Dennis, before everybody stops paying attention.
Yep.
Pretty sure they already have.
It's only quarter after 7.
Yeah, hey.
This is our typical starting time.
Yeah, it is actually. So, yay.
Don't leave us.
All right. Pretty much soon after they're fighting the undead, you'll see all that. You guys are up there in that library. Let's kind of pick it up from there.
Millie just saved my ass.
Yep. Pretty much, like I said, there are stairs across the way going up to the 3rd floor.
Did we see the flare at all from where we
No.
were at? No. Okay.
Neither did Manuel. It was actually as soon as you got in the building, they fired the flare, which was right after the explosion. So, anyway, go ahead. We'll start there. There's stairs across the way. A lot of the library is kind of ruined from the explosion, but not too bad. There's some fire. Bo puts out some of the stuff because it's like, well, these looks like some interesting books. I definitely don't want to have this going away.
We might want to have this.
Penthouse section.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You seen these sucking by?
Save the poor.
They're pretty hot.
Might
In
want
fact, if I was playing in some sort of other realm where there's fantasy, I bet I could easily propagate with some sort of succubi.
All right.
I wouldn't plan on it, Bo. You never know.
we might want to have this witch doctor's body also. I'm sure there's parts of it that might be interested in our employer.
Yeah, everybody, sorry Facebook was such a mess. Everything should be fixed now, so.
Are we live on Facebook?
Yes, we are live. on
It's
Facebook.
It's Tuesday night!
Hey!
We're finally live. Welcome everyone to the very late starting game tonight. We are we're gonna keep this short. Go to our YouTube. We're playing Deadlands. We're finishing up our campaign where we're fighting Connor. And Mike, take it from there.
All right, yep. Unfortunately, we had a lot of technical problems tonight, so sorry, guys.
Issues.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. If somebody wants to report how it sounds, we'd appreciate it, of course, as always. Yeah, so they took care of everybody else downstairs. They're about to head upstairs and finally fight Connor.
The boss fight.
The boss fight. Okay. Well, pretty much there you were in the library. The Rangers are finishing up the dad.
I'm
So
not
that way
hearing
you know.
anything.
What's that?
I'm not hearing anything.
Not hearing anything.
Might be my phone though. Hang on.
I heard your phone.
Hello?
Be quiet. Let him listen.
Very, very quiet.
Hello?
Yeah, there's a little symbol that says video has no sound.
Uh-oh.
Yep, I just saw that.
Well, it's the Silent Nights.
Silent night.
Deadly night.
We'll just add in the text later.
Deadly night.
All is gone.
All
I kept the dynamite.
Dynamite.
Things are
I'm
wrong.
gonna tell you, good thing you can't hear everyone singing.
It's a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Hello?
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 Is it getting better?
Can you hear me now?
Jerk.
The bells.
I think I shut that off.
It's like, oh, it's demonic.
Mike's got a demon in his computer.
Yeah, I think so tonight. I think it was possessed.
No. We're playing Deadlands. It's a Manitou.
Yeah.
How's it sound? Anything better? Hello?
Hello?
I understand. You said, good. I thought I was going deaf. My thing still says no sound.
Did you unmute your phone?
Sound better now? It might take a couple seconds to catch up.
Okay.
Well, anyway.
Sound better now?
I still don't hear anything. It doesn't say no sound, but I still don't hear anything.
Turn your sound up on your phone.
It is all the way up.
Do a little dance. Make a little love.
Get down to it.
Have fun tonight. Get down tonight.
Well, it is what it is.
That video has no sound. It says me too, but we can put words in their moving lips.
Yeah.
into their
Hey, we can MST3K the shit out of us tonight. Do it!
Do it. Do it.
Not that they can hear me say that, but
Bobby said yes, and I just put MSD3K.
I don't know.
Yeah, for some reason it's not giving a sound. Yeah, it just says video has no sound.
Is the program on mute?
I don't know.
No, Mike's. On Mike's.
Oh.
Is it muted on yours?
No.
Or something.
I was just making sure I had sound on my phone. Sorry. There's a Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Sounds choppy though, doesn't it?
Very choppy.
Is that that new microphone?
I don't know.
It might be just the program itself.
Yeah, it's coming through all over
Yeah,
choppy.
that's what-
Turn mine down.
It might just be, I don't know, shitty software.
everything must have just gotten jacked up. So. Hello? Hello? Still choppy?
Sounds cool.
Everybody, we're just going to try and do on TikTok, so sorry guys. We're just having all kinds of problems, so.
Raconteur Society dubstep.
It was getting pretty rhythmic there for a minute.
Alright, anyhow. Alright. So, you guys are in that room with the library, blah, blah, blah. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna hide the body.
Okay.
And then follow them wherever they go.
Yeah, I'll get ready to go upstairs.
Alright, who's up in the lead?
I'll take the lead.
Alright,
I'll take behind him.
okay. You guys start heading up the stairs. It basically is much more of a posh, detailed stairwell with like alcove, little niches in there with little detailed things. As you guys head up the stairs,
We did take time to reload, right?
you would have time to.
Well, yeah, but I've got different ammo. I guess I throw in another. Did you give me these shotgun shells that were
Yes,
still
I
there?
did.
So I put one in to replace the one I spent.
Okay. You start heading up the stairs, and there's like little iconic little things in the little archways as you're going to go up. You can tell they're older items. Again, a lot of Norse kind of Isk or Scottish themed items mostly is what takes up most of this area. And as you head up the stairs, you come up to a very large hallway. It does seem to open up into a large. As you come up top of the steps, it comes into basically a large banquet hall, and it's basically a large table with chairs. There's lots of documents and papers all strewn about. There a lot have been thrown on the floor from the explosion downstairs. The air kind of flew up here and threw a lot of stuff on the ground. There is like armor, and there is like the Viking shields and stuff like that along the walls. So it's pretty neat looking. And several doors that lead here. There's a double set of doors on the far side of this room. Standing kind of there, crouched, behind kind of like a bookcase they moved over to the side. You do see two men.
What are they doing?
They're crouching.
Over each other.
Is it a
Yeah.
crouching tiger, hidden dragon type situation, or is something we might see on OnlyFans?
Crouching tiger.
They
hidden
look like that?
sausage kind
Hidden sausage.
Oh, it's them guys.
of- Oh, hey, these are bad guys.
They do seem to have revolving shotguns, kind of like Cobb has.
Yeah.
But more streamlined, black. They kind of have some cover there. They have their guns up like this, and they're kind of taking a defensive position. But as you come up the steps, they don't seem to lower them, but they have them up
But they're looking.
at you guys as you come up the
They
stairs.
are looking at us.
Yeah, they're like guarding the door. There's two of them. They have their guns up in the air, but they have cover. They weren't going to be standing out there just waiting. But as you kind of come up, there are also two doors on each side of this room.
Mhm.
So it's basically a large hallway that's turned into a banquet, kind of a meeting table room, like I said. And there's four doors. There's windows on the far side that look out over the area, and then there's the big double doors behind them too. So as you come up the stairs, you see that. So what do you guys do? Like I said, going up the stairs, you can go about one person each. Almost two, like one right behind the other one. So you were first, and who was second again?
I'll be off to his
Okay.
right.
Okay.
I'll be
I'm gonna
behind
reload
him.
all my pistols
You had enough time to do that.
with
so.
silver bullets.
Yep, no problem. Okay.
Okay. So as I get up there.
And about
looking
then,
at
you're
us-
all off. You're showing up too. So as they all are up.
Can't let him behind the way.
Gentlemen.
And you go out and say, "Evening, sir."
Seems to be a little bit out of your jurisdiction, don't you believe?
And then you hear Naomi Poole. She goes like, "Agent Naomi Poole. Hi." You see her looking up for the thing. She's like, "Yes, Miss Poole. Where you're here."
Miss Poole.
Agent Poole. Agent Poole. Sorry.
Well, he's a chauvinist, is what it is.
Yeah.
He's
Sorry,
gonna,
he's from New
he's
York.
gonna be the
yeah.
first one to die.
Yeah, we know you miss pool. You got a vagina.
Boobies.
Boobs.
Ah,
Yeah.
I hate New Jersey secret agents.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm from Texas. Southern Texas. Real south. Or maybe north end.
That's right.
Fuck it. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, I'm not much of an agent. I think you guys should be cleaners. You think so? I think I'm a good undercover guy. Like Indian. I can do Indian. How?
Oh God.
Wow.
Why?
Chief Running Clown, played by Christopher Walken.
Oh no.
And that's not it. All right. Anyway. So, so you said she says that.
Hey, do you mind telling us what exactly you're here for?
He kind of looks at the other guy, and the other guy just has his rifle up. The director's here about Mr. Connor.
Well, that's nice, but I don't remember inviting you to this shindig.
Well, we didn't get an invitation from you, sir.
Yeah.
And you hear that below you, it's like David Lopan's just like, are they going upstairs? No! Move out of the way!
Yeah.
I think I would just step to the side and let him go through at this point.
Do believe the little Chinese man said get out of the way. That might be a good idea, considering some of the stuff I've seen him do.
He kind of nods. He's like, well, if we're not going to lay lead on each other, then I'm sure the director wouldn't mind talking to you as well.
Well, I hope when you came here, you decided that you were against Connor and not for him.
That's not for me to decide, sir.
You better make a decision real quick on what side you're going to be on.
We're on the side of the agency, sir.
You're
The
on
director's
side,
in there speaking.
You're on the side of the agency in Nashville. That don't mean squat. You might want to keep that in mind.
Well, he bangs on the door, the blunt, and there's another bang back, like a 3 bangs back.
Bang, 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 bang,
Bang,
bang,
bang,
bang, bang, bang, bang.
Knock, knock.
Not now, damn it, we're busy.
Wait, he's like, was he 1 knock or 2?
One
Who's
knock,
there?
That would be the director. Ooh, 2 knocks. This must be important.
Yeah.
3 knocks. That's the secret code.
Is Dave there?
Dave's not here, man.
Dave's not here, man. Director Dave. She's not here, I've told you. Are you Uber?
Uber.
Okay, so pretty much
We start walking towards it.
they kind of get up. The one guy opens after that. The doors open up. They back into the room. If I can have that sheet of paper back, please. They back in the room with the rifles kind of like down, but backing up. And they enter into basically this very large office. All right. So if you go in this large room, there's like a stone slab in the middle. It looks almost like some old altar of some sort. It's got a lot of Norsican ruins carved in it, like that. There is like some papers and stuff. The room's strewn with stuff all over the place. There's like a large table off to the side with some chairs, and then he has his large, huge, very fancy desk. Sitting at the desk, kind of standing up as you kind of come in, you see this older gentleman. He's got gray. It looks like Nick Fury from the old comics.
Right.
He's got
David
like
Hasselhoff.
yeah, Dave's a Hasselhoff. He's got the
No,
white
no.
white hair here. He has like the hat, almost like You know, like these other guys have. The cleaner hat, big Stetson, but more of a brim, kind of like pull-offs, very round. He's in a black coat, but everything else, he does seem to have some pistols and everything else on the side. He's standing up. Next to him is Connor. Connor seems not to have, he just has almost a leisurely evening out attire on. He actually has slippers.
An evening gown.
Yeah.
You caught me at the wrong time.
The Hugh Hefner approach.
Right.
He says transformation clothes.
Yes. He actually has like bunny slippers slippers on.
But the real bunnies, it's crazy.
You have to cuddle them.
Vorpal teeth.
The A's are agents. The two that open the door back up behind that altar, and on the altar is a boiling metal pot. You can roll your cogs. Just you an 18 or vision.
11.
12.
Paparoonie.
11.
15.
13.
It's a boiling pot of silver. It's basically about this big around, enough to stick your head in. About that big.
That's convenient.
And
Mini
Oh my
Despero.
God, he's going to become Iron Wolf.
No.
there is like a ghost rock little burner underneath this pot. It's like all one piece with a big handle. It's like some little tech looking thing.
Yeah.
And it's basically an agency fuel pot, cooking pot. And the ghost rock's humming as
When you want to cook with nuclear power.
exactly.
Right.
Silver!
I'm well on the way to calling this a microwave.
Yeah. You don't think this is affecting us at all?
No, it should be fun.
A microwave.
Yeah. Just let it be.
There's a guy out on that thing. He seems to be looking out up in the sky and kind of down and around.
Up in the sky.
As you guys kind of come in, like I said, there are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5 agents. Little pans kind of come in behind you guys. The doors open up big enough, almost 3 people can walk in that way. And the director kind of stands up, and Naomi goes like,
Kelvin does the whole. Oh, go ahead. No, go. Go ahead. No, the Peter Venkman from Ghostbusters. Yeah. Oh.
Where do these stairs go? They go up.
as you can come in the room, as you get kind of up to the threshold, you do see them. They kind of like lower their rifles a little bit, so it's almost like trying to infer you might want to stop. And then the one guy, the director, kind of stands up, put his hand up, and he's like, director. And I always like, oh, Miss Poole, yes, glad for you to join us.
That German accent.
He's got that icky villain voice. I don't know.
Yes, he does.
That
And then you would see Connor.
Damn
basically-
Bavarians!
Connor's like, oh, what the fucking shit! You fucking asshole! That's that piece of shit! I fucking hate you! I fucking hate him! Shoot him! I said, fucking shoot that fucking car! You will be. You will.
I enjoy you. I would certainly appreciate it, sir, if you would lower the tone and language style and then speaking to the princess of the ladies.
Oberon, do it.
Just look at you, Kyle. I'm like, you have that effect on people.
Yes, I intend to agree with the good father there. Why don't you shut your hole?
Sarge, you're the one that started all this.
I didn't start nothing.
You walked into my place.
That was
Stop
my
knocking on the
place.
door.
That was my fucking place.
No, it wasn't.
Well, it was.
Not anymore.
Well, it was my. It was mine.
I might have a feeling we might take this place too.
It is kind of nice.
She's like, oh.
He's got a lovely balcony right down the hall now.
He's like,
We'll call it a
he raises
sunroom.
his hand. He's like, and then Lee kind of comes in. He's like, if you are done insulting each other. Lopan, I'm sorry. Too many people here. If you are done insulting everyone, I don't care whose house is what. What I care about is the balanced Buddha of the moon. You have this. We will take it now. and the director's like, kind of like shakes his head a little bit, looks at Connor, and he's like, well, you know, I pick up things here and there. So you decide to go against Kang and his people and the Black Dragons. You realize he's very interested with Kang. Kang! Well, I've got them in my pocket. See, I've got the moon. Stand over there.
Who's he talking to?
Connor. He's like, he kind of like looks at everybody.
When he says stand over there, he's telling them where to go where.
Just stand a few feet behind him, off to the side,
So
Connor.
obviously, this is Connor's boss.
Okay.
And he's like, yes. All right, I see. You do not want to make an enemy of Kang, or any of us, for that matter. As you can see, all his defenses have been thrown asunder. And as we speak, my men and many others are destroying what little bit of business he had left. Connor has nothing. It seems you have treaded on too many stakes and have been bitten for the last time, Mr. Connor. He just kind of fumes a little bit.
Spoken like a good James Bond.
Yeah.
Who said that? Was that Lopan or?
No,
That was
Lopan.
Lopan.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, well, I would think the last thing we want is an enemy of Kang, and as I said, you, Mr. Lopan. This moon, do you have it here? Do you have it here? Yes. Is it close? Aye?
Oh hell. I use locate.
Alright, go ahead.
Please don't explode.
No.
It's like
Tom located his guts all over this room.
he pops his head off, throws it against the wall, bounces back, it's over there. It's like, what the fuck? just happened?
my version of locate's different.
It's kind of a Harrow thing. You know, we don't like to talk about it.
Harrow priest thing.
Nothing orders.
God damn it. We got 5 pages and I can't even find it.
About as bad as me, Brad.
Oh, guy. That's because I call it different. Something else. Okay. Oh, shit. It's got a speed thing. It's like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, we can wait.
We can wait 10 minutes.
We can bullshit for 10 minutes.
Never mind.
So, Confucius say,
Now my Twitch thing says,
Man who stand on toilet be high on pot.
my Twitch thing says that we're offline.
Twitch isn't running tonight.
it's TikTok the only one running.
Yeah, we don't.
I bet.
We don't socialize with Twitch.
We don't like Twitch.
Dirk. And not,
Ball opener.
not
Oh,
gently.
sorry.
My booze.
Is that Connor asking for a bottle opener?
I have a bottle opener.
Okay.
Here,
It's Lopan.
I want one too. Life is like bottle. Inside is the juice that I all want.
I'm a bow.
Yeah. The director's like, it seems we're at a bit of a problem here, aren't we?
Well, it depends on what you're here for.
We're here for Mr. Connor. He's coming back with us.
Possibly. But what do you want him for?
Information. And justice. No, Naomi says. Director, he's killed agents. I'm well aware of who he's killed. I'm sorry for your loss. But at last I checked, you are an agent, Miss Poole. So if you will choose your correct side now at this moment.
Because I don't think you have anybody's interest.
I have the
And
Knoll
you.
and the general public.
Of who?
Humanity.
Oh, humanity. Well, this is Nashville.
I know.
There is no humanity.
There is
here.
no humanity.
Well, Mr. Cobb, I guess we agree on something there. He kind of smiles. Miss Poole. She kind of turns around. She winks. It's like, fine. She kind of starts walking over there, but she kind of gets off to the side. She gets over about there. She's like, fine. I want him to have justice. I am well aware of what he's done. The agency is well aware of many things. Over here.
Can I just go ahead and fire off the shotgun?
You can if you want.
Yeah. Connor in view then? Clear sight?
Yeah, he's off to the side.
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's do this.
Okay. Well, Naomi turned.
Yeah,
now she
Connor
is kind of in the direct
is like,
sight, so you gotta.
Well, I don't like the power. Thanks, Cobb.
How close is she?
She would be in the line of fire right now.
Who's that?
Naomi. Now, if she gets closer, she won't be.
Alright, I'll wait.
Well, she gets over to the director, and he's like, "This is your real family. I mean, your father was never really there to begin with. And I would hate,
Now Cobb pulls a gun and starts shooting everybody.
I would hate something to happen to
Bo.
your mother as well. What's that supposed to mean, sir? It means you had better start deciding who you're really with, Mister.
I think maybe you better put down your weapons and just surrender to us. You are in Southern Territory. That makes you the enemy.
I'm well aware of where I'm at, Mr. Cobb, and I think you're in a position to negotiate yourself.
I'm what?
Not in a position to negotiate.
Oh, I
yourself.
think we're in a position to negotiate all we want.
Oh.
We've got him.
He kind of waves his hand. He has like a little black box, and he's like, "If you would so kind to look above you." And you look up, and there's basically these little black boxes with red lights, and there's like a little glowing thick from them. They look like claymores.
Oh, I'm like, oh, you mean these? And I pull out like 6 sticks of dynamite.
Things are gonna get. Yeah, I kind of when he does that, I go. I think things are gonna get really nasty if you do that.
And then and Lopan's like, "You will not even have a moment to do that." And he goes like, "I'd better put that away and give me the moon now." And basically, you hear like that shink chain and some other stuff like that. He's like,
Big trouble.
"Yeah." They all like do that. And he almost does this little stance, very slightly, but Lopan actually changes his stance, and you can feel that chi energy kind of starting to move around him. And he's like, "Very well. Anna, fetch their moon." Connor kind of turns and goes over to this vault, moves this big painting out of the way, basically this Norsican Viking guy. He moves it open and starts opening up a thing.
Vigo's northern cousin.
Vigo's northern cousin. He is Vigo!
You just need some kittens painted in there.
Yeah. It is. It's on the inside. It's a kitten.
Hang in there.
Hang in there. You can do it.
Norsican kitten.
Norsican kitten. It's got a helmet.
Yeah, that whole spike.
So Connor goes over there, starts opening a large safe, starts doing that. He's like, he kind of looks at Lopan. He's like, now he starts talking in Chinese.
Is this the director?
Yes.
Okay.
He goes, you know, this moon of yours, you can understand. He's like, this moon of yours, if it's that important, I would hate something bad to happen to it. In fact, if you want that and other considerations to the north, I think you should better choose your side yourself. He kind of looks over at you, Lopan. He's like, I do not think you are in a position to make such demands.
Is he talking to me or?
Well, he looks at you,
Mm-hmm.
and he says it in Chinese, but he looks at you when he says it. He says it to him.
No, he says it to him.
Yeah, I do not think you are in a position to make such demands. Give us the moon. We will leave. How does that? I think that is the best outcome you could have with us. He kind of nods. He goes, very well. Connor kind of comes out. You can roll your cards. Is anybody watching Connor, I guess? Or
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. 2
11s.
22.
11.
Well, he's in there, and the painting kind of comes in.
21.
He's fumbling around in there with something. And who got over?
I got 22.
11.
21.
Okay, so who got over 11s?
Got
11 or
over
better.
11?
Yeah, over 11. So
Over
me too.
11.
So you
So 12 or better.
yes. Okay. You two, kind of back a little bit, watching him. You notice that he and Hal's kind of watching her. She's trying to see him too, but he's in there fumbling and he's moving stuff around. But you see him like putting something on his head, like something's in there, and the painting kind of mucks back. But he's kind of like moving something on his head.
Tinfoil.
Yeah, and then as he's trying to move stuff out of the way, he's just like almost looks like he's moving something in. But you notice with your 20s, he's like putting something on his head.
Okay. I'm gonna use overall.
Mhm.
You get that goddamn crown off your head before I blow it off your head. Right now.
Roll it, baby.
What was the crown? Did we know what the crown
The
was?
crown basically.
Werewolf
It's all
control.
pieces
Oh,
that
that's
can
right.
control
Okay.
werewolves. So I will roll overall.
I'm going to start aiming.
You're gonna lower. You're gonna. You have the dynamite out, so you're gonna.
I'll put the dynamite away, excuse me, and pull it, and swing my rifle around.
Okay, or
But
you
not
have to.
pointing, just down.
Okay, you can't. You have to point to aim. So
Oh, okay, never mind.
11.
11. Distance. Okay. He pauses for a second. He's like, "I'm getting it out. Shut your hole." And then he looks over, the director kind of looks over and is like, I says, "It won't do much good anyway." And he kind of pats his chest up here. He pats his chest. And roll your keens again.
All of us? Or?
Dog.
Your cog. You have scrutinize, you can roll that if that's better.
13.
9.
16.
11.
7 or better. Or actually, 9 or better. Sorry.
9.
He does that and says, "It's not going to do you much good anyway." And then you kind of see him like freeze for a second, go, "Wait."
It's not there.
Yeah. You see him like in his face. Right. That moment goes, "Oh shit."
So she's away from.
She's off the side, yes. So.
Okay. So, yeah, I want to do something. I want to open fire.
All right,
Yeah,
witnesses in.
I should
feel
probably
my
go into
spirit-
round.
Witnesses.
I feel my spirit. So when Connor's like, "Shut your fucking pie hole," I'm like, "Ah, goodbye."
Yeah, and then when he goes like, "It's not going to do you much good anyway," it's not going to do you much good anyway.
Yeah.
He had the last piece in his pocket.
Ooh, double pop. 24.
10.
21.
19.
Alright, go ahead.
4.
Ah! I was like, "Do you get
Goodness.
2 cards or 1?"
What's your quickness?
My quickness
Yeah.
is 2d8.
2d8, yeah.
You got 30 something?
31. 34, excuse me.
I rolled a 2 and a 4.
You sure go buzz.
No black. Ooh, red Joker. Yay!
Let's see. 21, that's good for.
That's 5.
I thought the red joker was bad.
You had.
Red Joker's good. Black
4
Joker's bad.
for 19.
Go ahead and 8.
Red Joker you can move anytime you want.
You had 9. So 3 cards.
Or no,
No,
participating 5.
And then Bo had 2.
Mm-hmm.
They want. No. No river.
Alright.
Would I have had a moment before to refill my appeasement?
Go ahead.
All right. Well,
Do I have a moment before to feel my people?
what?
Whenever you spend a chip, he
It was a
gets-
blue chip.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it is a blue chip.
Yep,
You can get
never
one.
mind.
It's a red chip that gets the pull, right?
Right.
Red or white.
Unless it's for damage.
Red or white? I thought it was just red.
No.
Oh.
Red or white.
I've never seen 5 aces before.
It's a peanut butter.
Now, which one's the good and the bad jokers? I'm sorry.
Red Joker is good, bad. Black Joker is bad.
Be more
Black Joker,
adept at
yeah.
But for the
using
bad
your
guys, the black
hands
Joker's
when you're
good.
older.
If it's for the bad guys, black is good.
Oh, see, I always
Is
do
it?
it the same.
Oh, it's the same.
I do.
It's supposed to be it's the opposite way around for the bad guys.
I think in your version it is.
You're supposed to be. You also get a chip too if you draw the black one.
Oh, really?
I guess. I don't do it that way, so whatever you want to do.
All right.
That's crap, Brad.
Thanks.
What's in the fucking
Thanks a
book,
lot,
okay?
Brad.
Anybody want to interrupt him?
Interrupt too.
Connor.
Yeah, I got a red Joker. I'll be happy to interrupt him.
All right, quickness.
Actually, no.
Don't need quickness on a Joker, do I? Red
Well,
Joker?
they both
Both
have
have
red
both.
Joker,
Oh,
Red
both
Joker,
have
so it
Joker.
has to be a quickness roll.
Hmm?
They're both using red Jokers. So
Oh,
you have to do a quickness roll to see what happens.
Little pop.
What'd you get?
26.
Okay. You're going to go first. So,
I rolled double pop and then a 1. That was funny.
Better
Connor's coming out. He does have the crown on his head. And as he's coming, he has like some draped over thing. Like a little statue. It's about chest high. You can see their hands are out like this. And it has basically a thing. So he's pulling out the Buddha. It's about the size he explained what it was before. So he's having that, and as he's coming, he's basically putting something to his head. And basically he's going to fling the Buddha out as he's coming out with it.
Okay.
So, you go before him though, so he's spinning around, he's about to basically...
Call shot
Okay.
to the head.
Right. So that's going to be... What's the...
-6.
Six.
That's fine.
So you need an 11 or better, basically.
Pop. $26.
Okay.
I still need location because I called
That's a
headshot.
hit.
Yeah.
So damage on a big 50.
42.
40 10.
Plus 2. Headshot.
40 10
Two
plus
dice,
2
yeah.
dice. Or
Okay, drop it one level.
so from 40 10 to 46.
No.
48.
48.
48. Excuse me.
68, because you're doing a headshot.
So it drops one level.
And as he's coming around, it's basically like a werewolf skull, like a helmet, kind of like the Kurgan had.
Oh yeah, with the jawbones that come
Yeah,
down.
but it's more of like a crown almost. Like they use the thing is almost like Iron Man's kind of without the face mask.
Yeah.
So it just kind of like slips on there. Whatever piece he's putting on there is like the crown jewel, or whatever it is.
I pop twice.
Okay.
Pop third time.
Okay, divide by 6?
68 divided by 6 is
No, add up the
So
total.
what was the total?
68.
68 divided by 6. So yeah,
So that's how many?
11.
we're
11.
11.
2, 3, 4. So that's
11.333333333.
8.
And those are silver bullets.
Oh,
And Ghost Rock repelled.
actually, if it's silver, it's not cut in half, is it?
Yeah, he's not. He's still human form. So.
Yeah, I mean, up to you. Silver bullets are against werewolves if you're a human. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, in the book, they have to be transformed for it to actually affect.
I guess I was confused why it was cut in half.
When he's a werewolf, your axe wasn't
The
silver.
40-10 on the
For a
Ghost
werewolf, when you actually do damage and it's not silver, it's half damage.
Right. He's using silver bullets.
Yes.
He's not a werewolf right now.
Right,
not a
but you
werewolf.
said cut it in half.
No, by 6.
That's
Oh,
his body
six.
type.
Body type is
Yeah.
6.
The 40-10 on the Ghost Rock repellent bullets, does that get added into, or?
Well, you said you're using silver, so
Right, there's silver Ghost Rock repellent.
No,
you can't have one. It's only one.
Oh,
or
it's
the
only
other.
one or the other?
Yes.
I've spent
Yeah.
money on crap bullets? Okay.
You can only
That's
have
fine.
one
You
or
can
the
only
other.
have ghost
Okay, so it's
powder
silver.
or ghost steel, because if
Yeah.
you fire them both, it's going to explode.
Okay.
So it's just the silver bullet.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Actually, it shouldn't matter. Silver and Ghost Rock powder.
Right, that doesn't.
That's what it is.
Okay.
It's
That's
Ghost
what he
Rock
was saying.
propellant, silver bullet.
Oh, it doesn't have the ghost rock tip.
No, it's just the propellant, which makes
Oh, okay.
What did the
Yeah.
propellant do?
it. Here it says 40-10. I don't know what that meant, but
Well, that doesn't mean damage.
I don't know what it means.
Yeah, the ghost rock powder
Yeah,
is
because you're
plus 1 die to damage.
You're hitting hard.
So just +1 to the damage.
Yeah. So if you put it in a pistol, instead of 3d6, you're doing
It's 3d6.
46.
Oh, it's one whole
Plus 1 die.
+1 die.
So it's 3d6 to 46. If you're using a rifle, it's 48
yeah,
to 5d.
okay.
The ghost rock tips are armor
These
piercing.
are the armor piercing.
Okay.
Well, if it's an extra die, that's 71.
Okay. So by 6 is what? Still
Hold on.
11.
Still 11.
Oh, no.
Almost 12.
No.
No.
Yeah.
71.
71.
6 times 11 is
11.8333.
66.
It'd be 72, yeah.
Okay.
So still.
This is by that much.
Who's got the deck?
8. All right. 8. So 8 from 11. So you took 3.
I just wanted to say hello.
3.
Been looking for that word for the longest time.
Hello, Bob! Bam!
That's $1.10 I have to spend.
All right. So that'll be his vigor. What did it be?
Target number of 9.
Okay, you made that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, 9.
You got a 12. So then that's 3 wounds.
Would that have happened around the same time in the game that Billy the Kid did the
What's what?
hello, Bob? Shot.
It could. I mean, it's
What's
an
that?
alternate history. So.
Oh, that's true. I'm just saying it in the timeline if it would match up to the modern, the normal time.
No, it wouldn't have happened yet.
Wouldn't have happened yet?
No.
So I couldn't use
The
it.
Lincoln County War doesn't start until 78.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
And we're in 77.
Mhm.
Trust me, I keep an eye on that.
All right.
Yeah.
I just got done reading another book on Lincoln County
okay.
War.
Well, you
All right.
smack into his head. It was like the helmet kind of protects him a little bit from it, but it slices across his face. He spins around a little bit, but he still throws that thing out and puts the thing on his head. But yes, you surprised you didn't kill him, but for somehow it did.
Well, that just ain't good, period.
And basically, he puts that on his head, and he throws the thing out. As the statue falls, basically the drape is falling off, and as the drape falls away, you can see that there's a statue of Buddha, and he's basically on a pedestal with one toe on the center, and it's perfectly balanced statue where his toe is at the bottom, and he has a yin and a yang on both sides of his sides, and basically he's holding them both in his hands. As it moves away, there's like a light starts shimmering out from the statue, and it starts to blind the room. So, as it's falling, Lopan is basically moving forward, going to try and grab it, as are the other black dragons. However, if you look upon it, you recall what was said.
Right.
So, the roll, that would be what? Your quickness? What
I would say probably quickness. Right.
So if you want to look at the Buddha, you can look at the Buddha. But you know the outcome.
That's where you change.
You could change your path, it could change things all about you or not. So to avoid looking at it, roll your quickness.
What's the target number?
Target number for you guys in the back will be more of a 7. Up in front, which is you two, right? You three are up front. Who is up front?
I'm in the back because I'm
You're in the back, and you're a 7.
You came in right behind.
Yeah,
me.
you came
right,
in right
but I let
behind
everybody
me.
pass so I could have
Oh,
distance
okay,
to.
that's right.
Well, they moved off the side. So your target number is a 7. Yours is a 9.
I was probably behind Cobb if he.
Okay, so you're probably
No.
a 9.
Yeah, I rolled 14.
So you're about that.
Yeah.
What are we rolling
Quickness.
on? Yeah. Okay.
14.
14. You made it.
I'm staying focused on Connor only.
Do you want to spend a chip before you become an evil son of a bitch?
Well, you still have to roll your spirit.
Oh, okay. I'll wait for that.
He made it. Do a couple other rolls.
What do you think? Like, what makes you think he'd be evil?
That's true. He's
Maybe I'm evil now.
Maybe he's already
Did
full of
you
piss
made
and
it?
vinegar.
Nope.
So he might actually become very nice.
Did not go bust, but
Lovely.
You become a pacifist.
Pacifist. Oh yeah, very good.
Naomi.
That's what I was like. I ain't looking like saving puppies.
No, we
crap.
All right.
Can't be having that.
Right.
Now, since you're farther away, your spirit number is lower because it's usually focused for one person.
Right.
So you guys are all farther away. So your target numbers are 7s. So roll your spirit, be the 7. If you failed your roll,
to avert your eyes.
I'm so hyper focused on Connor, I don't even care at this point.
Alright, 22. I think that covers it.
10.
okay.
Did the straight spirit?
Yep.
That'd be what?
7. Right.
Connor suddenly takes the helmet off. Let's all have tea. Let's talk this over. I love cats. By the way.
You would have a biscuit.
With and without buttholes.
All right. Well, there's a blinding light in the room. A lot of people look away. Martial arts guys move forward. I'd be like, look, if you failed your quickness, you're now blind for 2 rounds.
Okay.
All right. So the
How's it
blinding
feel,
light-
Bob?
How do you
So if you fail that, the next 2 rounds, you're basically blind and kind of shocked. And it's almost, think of like Doctor Strange in the universe. You start seeing like these, you're basically looking to the hunting grounds, basically. And it's kind of like the enlightened kind of area. And as you kind of go into this mystic, thing, it's like a weird trip. So you're blinded almost for it. And it takes you around to get out of it and then shake your eyes loose. So if you can just still do things, but you're just at -4. Okay, so that's the next 2 rounds. All right. If you failed that. And then you were going to get the hindrances. You switch path.
That's not good.
So what would happen? Your hindrances would switch?
You would basically I would roll on the scare chart, and that would be the degree of how your life path changed. And I would, according to however bad the roll was, to your hindrance. Like if you're
Vengeful.
you'd be peaceful. You could have a pacifist. Like you would become a pacifist.
Yeah.
If you feel too bad, I'm not going to shoot. You'd be like your other character.
Job.
Yeah. Brad, you might say, I'm going to go get me a kid.
I wouldn't be gaming, but I'd be athletic.
Yeah. So it just depends. You could become the absolute.
I'd be like Manuel, just jumping all over the place.
Yeah. It would have been your life path of the thing. Now, the thing is, after a certain amount of time,
You'd revert back.
no,
Oh.
until you see the Buddha again. And then you're allowed to make your own path.
Oh, wow.
So you'd have to make the roll again and then choose your own path. And at that point, you'd keep one of the hindrances.
Oh, interesting.
So that's what would happen. And then you would kind of like that. But there's also, you would get a blessing for each thing. So I would give you an edge for going down this new path. You would get something out of it for looking in this new path of your life, and vice versa. But at the end, you would have to give up one of the two. And say, well, I'm going to go back my old way, but I now see going this way what's going to happen, so I get to keep this edge. So you keep a hindrance. You do it twice. You're both going to get an edge and a hindrance. In the end, you'll get rid of one of the two.
Right.
Should have forced Bo to look at it.
Yeah. Right.
He failed.
Oh, did he?
But I spent a blue chip and I made the spirit.
I'm keeping my Randy.
No, after that, he's going to be like, I think I better not do that no more.
What would be the opposite of Bo?
His winky went.
Actually, Buddha let him see all the things he affected by doing that. So that's what he's going to see. He's seeing all the other kids he hadn't had.
I can save up by that hindrance
Yeah,
off if you want.
So he's sitting there writing down notes. Okay, there's a kid in Arizona. And
Now,
there's
if it's just you looking at the Buddha, your target number's 20.
Wow.
So when the
Yeah, 'cause
monks
it's
would look at,
focused on you.
when you're looking at the monks would go in at their point and basically focus, and then you would come out for 30 days, reflect, and if you were really a bad piece of crap, they keep you in the temple and say like, okay, all right, you're not really leaving here, and then we'll put you back up there, and then you'd see, okay, well, that's really how bad I could become.
Right.
And if you did become that way, well, that's your path.
Yeah.
Sometimes they would exile them or something like that.
Interesting.
All right, well, that was a joke. All right. Aces.
Now we begin the round.
Okay. So he chucks it, and since that, and as he does that, you can hear the thing like cinch into his head, like almost trying to close on his face. And he's like, ah! As he does that, and it's almost like he's in pain. Okay, so aces.
Hurts, don't it?
Alright. I'm gonna try and fire a Connor.
Okay, you're -4.
Yeah. So let's try that.
Luckily, he was away from the other people.
For now.
I mean, that's the last person I was looking at.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's probably where the shotgun was aimed at.
Just pulls the trigger. Ah!
So 11. So that should do it. We're at 5 rain, or at 5 normal, so it'd be 9. So.
Yep.
Okay. $16.
16. The location.
So yeah,
Upper guts or is that arm?
I don't know.
Upper guts.
Upper guts. So and then question,
Yes.
because this is not a silver bolt, this is a concentrated arms.
Okay.
So he's a werewolf. Is he or is he not?
He's starting to transfer, and your consecrated barrelets will do normal damage.
Normal damage. Okay.
Silver is now at half. Normal weapons do nothing.
Wow.
You don't know
Oh, the
that
silver only does half?
yet. You don't know that yet, but yeah, I'm just telling you, your consecrated bullets are going to do something.
Stupid crap.
There's all those Native American werewolves, and we need them.
Outside of town.
Yeah.
They're in the arena, probably. This is awesome.
They're mopping up some other werewolves that are outside town. No, that's what they're doing.
No, there are other werewolves.
Oh, yeah. He's been infecting.
All the graves, mostly the graves.
crown, you can control him.
Right.
$55.
Okay, still 6 because he hasn't transformed yet. So that would be 6 goes into that. Did you yeah, the normal damage because he was consecrated. So that would be how many?
9.
9. Okay. All right. What were you gonna do anyway?
I was jumping up and hitting, swinging at the crown,
Okay.
and calling out to Wolf as I did that.
If you wish to, you can. He is going to kill him. But if you want to swipe up and hit the crown, you may.
Okay. So what would be the target number on that?
86.
Well, it'd be targeted.
Aiming for the head. So
Yeah.
it'd be minus, yeah.
Well, except it's not the head; it's the crown
Right.
itself.
So it's crown.
It's
So I'm going to say
still
It's
the
still a
head.
headshot.
Yeah,
and it's mostly around his head.
yeah.
So if you hit the head, you can damage it. Then if so, he just shot him up.
Mhm.
We're about to finish up here the main thing. So if you
Yeah. But I'm kind of blinded, so.
okay, that's fine.
That's pretty awesome. I have a cane, and I haven't even used it.
Yep.
It's like,
Well, I
okay.
think we spent like 10 minutes
27
on
to
just the
hit.
jokers.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll your damage. Now, go ahead and roll your spirit first, please.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm taking the fact that you damaged this when you shot him in the head. You damaged the skull too. So
Good.
Spirit is 22.
okay, so Wolf will hear you. All right. And as he smacks, you're going to hear a wolf howl. And go ahead and roll your damage. You need to do
15.
5 wounds.
Oh.
But 2 have been done, so you need 3.
And what's the body on that?
It's a human, so 6.
I think his roommate's in there, and I don't want to creep him out by just
Oh.
getting the whole.
Do it. Just do it.
Do you have a toilet downstairs?
Would you like a toilet down?
Oh, there isn't? Oh,
Oh,
no.
you got one now.
Oh.
There is, but it's not connected.
There's a wastebasket.
If you got
There
good
isn't?
aim.
Yeah.
28 was the damage
So
done.
6.
Actually, did I get
It's dark out. Go look at the
two
bushes in
extra
the
dice for
backyard.
that since it's targeted?
No.
No.
It's
Because it's just for
Getting
them.
on midstream and the neighbor's light
Alright,
would come
so-
on.
the head because the brain is really what you do.
Yeah.
Motion
It's a full moon.
It's a
I'm
four.
pissed and I'm aware. We have to get back in the
Yeah.
house.
That's fine, you need a 3.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is what happens. You'll hear it. You guys, very lucky. So, he swings around, boom, and cracks it. The thing is, it starting to close around him. He kind of like throws it. The Buddha comes out. Everyone sees it. You know, the Asians jump for him, and it's blinding. They're gonna. Lopan will catch it. Already rolled. You want to wait?
No, I'm waiting.
Okay. If you want to go and come back.
No, go ahead.
Okay. All right. He shows that you shoot him in the head. You're blinded, but you knew right where that son bitch was. Boom! You cut him in half. Literally. Blow out his chest and his spine. He starts falling there, and you come up, jumping through the air past the Buddha, kind of closing your eyes to it. And there's like almost a howl of the wolf. You can kind of hear it, and you can feel the wolf energize into you as this abomination's there. And you can almost see into that because almost like the Buddha's opened up the hunting grounds in this room.
Yeah.
And you can see this deformed, tentacled Manitow. And he's got a wolf head and these tentacles. He looks very Cthulhu-ish, and it almost can drive you crazy. But you have Wolf with you, and you basically feel him powering your hawk as you smash into the skull, and it splinters, and you can see the Manitow's head explode. And it's basically, its skull is that skull, and you see its head like explode, and it falls back into the abyss. And the Buddha's light shines it away, where it hisses, and it falls off into another world. And basically, as his head hits the ground and splats, you just see the chinkling of bone fly all over the place. Like
How satisfying.
jawbone and chunks of bone and everything else like that. Well, Pan catches it, and the drinking guy, he runs up there too, and he's just like stopping, like. And the one lady's like holding her hand, but basically Emily's like, "Oh my gosh, what the hell?" And there's like all the other guys were blinded too, so they're all like, but holding off. Olaf, you're blinded, blinking your eyes, and as you guys come to, you blink your earrings out. Connor's in two pieces. The skulls everywhere on the floor.
I would have seen not the hunting ground part, but I would have seen the real world part because I
yeah,
cast
you're
and was just
blinded,
focused on.
and then you kind of saw that.
Oh, I did see a little bit of that.
So I want you to go ahead and roll your cool, your grit.
My cool.
I mean your spirit, your guts. It's only be a 7 because Buddha is kind of protecting you from that. Add your grit.
I think they're still going to bust.
11.
Yeah,
No, I didn't bust.
yeah, but you kind of see like the light is kind of protecting you and everything else, but you see that thing.
I'm like,
And that thing was basically the size of like several buildings. Whatever it was, it's just this gigantic thing, and it howls out, and you can see like as it's howling, you can see like the spirit of a man, like a Norsican, like that's actually the painting that's open up. The safe is behind, and you basically see his spirit getting ripped apart.
oh shit.
As it's
So I'm like,
yeah, and basically he falls to pieces, chew chunks, and everybody kind of blinks their eyes, and they come to, and like the other guys have their guns, kind of thing, and Natalie's like, "Oh my god, what happened? What happened?" And he's
Actually,
like,
I'm gonna grab as much of the crown as I can reach as everybody's coming to. I'm gonna start gathering that up.
"Okay." Lopan basically grabs that blanket again and throws it over the Buddha because there's still the blinding light. So you guys still come through. He covers up the Buddha,
Okay.
and then he's holding it reverently. We're out of rounds, so
really? I was gonna shoot some more guns.
I got to use one card.
You used it
Lopan covers
effectively.
up the statue,
Okay.
and because there's still blinding light, and it's kind of a moonlight, like a full moon.
Right.
Little Tan's ass is hanging out. He got a full moon.
And pretty much that director kind of like puts his hands up. He's like, no, he's like, no shooting, no shooting. And you can kind of hear outside, you hear like the helicopter thing is coming in.
An ornithopter.
Yeah. And you can hear also like rifle shot. Like out in the street. He's like, and she sees that, throw it in the silver, throw it in the silver. He's pointing to the pot as you're picking up the pieces.
Okay.
I'll lower my pistol.
Is that the director
Yes.
telling him to do it?
Yes. He
Okay.
put his hand up to the other man. He's like, throw in the pot. It'll destroy it forever.
I chamber another round.
Okay.
I'll lower my pistol.
He takes a step back.
3 centimeters back into the holster. And remind me never to piss you off. Like, I didn't even clear leather and you blew the guy in half.
That rarely ever happens.
As you throw it in the, do you throw it in the, like
Mhm.
that? And Natalie, cool, she kind of runs down and starts throwing it in there too. She's right there.
Let that be a lesson to you not to walk into my place without knocking first.
All right.
Deal. What's the password?
Yeah.
Welcome, Matt.
Actually, I should
welcome,
probably.
Matt. It says
If
welcome,
Ketchum,
knock, fucker.
if Ketchum is here, I'll definitely say that to him.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
he's coming up the stairs.
Grab yours, yeah. Dennis, did you have a card? So.
But yeah, he's putting that away, and she starts throwing it. As you put it in there, you can hear somewhere off, like this beckoning scream, like a battle cry, but it's almost, you can hear it scratching through the like claws on a chalkboard, like scream, like just right away, like right next to you. It's like in another world, but it's just screaming as every piece is chunked in. You just hear this death-filling mouth, just pure painful death going on. And then the last piece goes in, it just goes silent. And then he turns off these. The director goes over and hits a button, turns off the thing, and basically let it cool. Well,
at least you've got some common sense.
well,
I look at the director and go, "We can have him now." Point over at Connor.
Yeah.
well, what we needed was in his head. He kind of looks at you and is like,
Probably like, well, I'm sure it's on there somewhere. It's all
Well,
over the place.
pretty sure if that has something to do with our people here, then sorry, but that's not on the table.
he had information to deal with things that were important to the north.
I'm sure they're important to the North.
Mr. Connor had blackmail on a lot of people, north and south.
Yeah.
He was using one last card to get himself out of jail. Too bad. He did. Good thing he did knock. It's a good thing he went and knocked on your door, I guess.
Well, the funny thing
Come and
is,
knock on my door.
if you hadn't come down here, we probably would have sent him to you.
He kind of laughed. Well, I would rather made sure that thing. He looks at the silver. And he goes, I would have rather personally made sure that thing was destroyed.
So I take it you'll be leaving now?
You can kill her off, but so that's all right with you, gentlemen.
It's all right with me. Just remember not to come back to Memphis, at least.
Ask me business with you.
He taps his hat. He goes like, "You'll find some interesting paperwork there with the good former general." Kind of points to the desk.
All right.
Hemlock.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. He kind of goes, "Miss Poole, I expect a report." She's like, "Yes, sir." Don't worry. He would have gotten his justice when we were done with him. No one kills an agent and gets away with it. Yes, sir.
I actually look at Naomi and I look at the director and I go, I point at Bo, that's still your family. First and foremost. And I look at the director, right? And if I have to, I'll use overall.
No, you don't have to. And he goes like, "Yes. I guess they're all good people in the South after all."
If you need some affirmation about family, you come to a preacher.
Not
Yeah. And Bo goes and says, "And by the way, Mr. Director, if you ever do anything to my daughter, there'll be no place on this earth you can go. In fact, you better go find that Manitou we just took care of. He's going to be your next best friend." I guess the paperwork on you isn't quite the same I thought it would be, Mr. Bo. I'll have to update that file.
You can mention a lot of other people in there with them. Because if you do hurt her, she's got a lot of other uncles to go along with her father.
He
And they're
nods.
always right there with them.
He nods and goes like, "I guess we'll have to think about that promotion, Miss Poole." She's like, "Yes, sir." He kind of Mark's moving out to the door, and the guys keep their rifles up, but basically head on out. They hop on the Velociraptor, and you hear the chain gun out in the road shooting up against the side of the building, but they take off and get out of there.
You're wasting my damn bullets out there. Who's running that gun?
As he kind of goes to
Oh,
the
I'm
silver,
sleeping on it.
before he goes to silver, he's like, "I believe there's probably somebody interested in that."
Yes.
Interested in what?
He points to the silver pot.
Oh, they
That
Yeah.
gentleman right there, indeed, would be interested, very interested in that.
No, there's someone else.
Well,
Well,
I'm to deliver it to him, yes.
I wouldn't count him as an ally, ever.
Oh, no.
And he basically, it's on, they leave. So, yeah, that's it. Pretty much, Ketchum kind of comes up the stairs, is like, "Gee, man, Christ."
Oh, it's
They
coming
got
too
messed
late
up.
to the
As
party,
soon as,
aren't
it,
you?
as soon as that cools down enough, I'm going to head towards the arena.
Okay. We'll go to that in a bit. It'll take a little bit for it to cool off, but
I'm going to go look and see what's in Connor's safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna look at that paperwork that he talked about.
There's basically a lot of dealings that shows that Hemlock and a bunch of others, competitors, basically corruption and a bunch of other stuff. And, there's basically plans that he was going to make a special forces unit, which you can kind of divine is that Hemlock was purposely infecting other people within the boys, the militia, and basically they were making a werewolf legion, and they were going to sally forth up into the north and invade and reclaim his glory under the tutelage of Connor. So basically it's showing that he was going to take out certain people too, higher up, and basically he would put himself as the new general. And Connor would be basically his real commander, but basically he was going to go up north, end the war with his new legion. Unfortunately, bad thing with lycanthropy, it's contagious. Lycanthropy is contagious, so you start killing people and they don't die, they will turn into werewolves. So pretty soon everybody's werewolves. And basically what was going to happen was he never got a chance to talk because you killed him. But basically this Kordoth was basically this Norsican, and a lot of his clan was getting killed off by vampires back in the Norsican days, and Dracula was kind of in charge of that because there were werewolves up here and so on and so forth. Well, he had basically tried to do a deal with the wolf, but it was actually a Manitow, and he gave him his strength to basically control them that were there and make his own. So he wore the head of this man. The Manitow manifested. He killed it in this plane and put the skull upon him, and he could infect others, and not only infect them but control them. So he had that. Now he was also a mega werewolf, which was he basically, when he had a crown on and he was all ready to rock, because you guys are just so tough. But yeah, first thing he would have done is howled. When he howled, you all had to make a fear check, but he also would have commanded all werewolves to shape change instantly. And they would have started infecting everybody in the streets. Now, thankfully, you guys went and talked to Lancaster. So he went down and talked to the head of the army there, which is an enemy of Hemlock. So he's like, look, Hemlock's going to do something. We're not sure what, but I think he's wanting to take his militia and start doing something. And he's always thought the guy was fishy, so he went ahead and decided to go ahead and start putting out patrols. So, Olaf, when you were in the street, and that patrol came up, they were basically running the streets, making sure they were clear. And if any of Hemlock's guys were up, they said, hey, you got to clear the streets. Anybody was out running around, you need to get back to camp. So they had heightened patrols. So he did do something after all. He just said, well, I can't do anything directly, but I will indirectly help. And then when you come out, he's down in the wagon. He took over for Olaf and the chain gun. He used to be in artillery. So he was there. You had those guys running around. And once they transform, they start infecting other people. That's what their thing. Their main goal is to get the army.
They didn't have to actually strike them or cut them.
They had to bite them.
They still had to bite them.
They had to bite them, and they had to transform in 4 rounds, whatever rounds it was. So if they got infected because of his power around this area, they would transform in so many rounds, and then they would become werewolves. So pretty soon you had a city full of werewolves.
So it's basically like undead, but werewolves.
Yeah.
And they would start running around, total chaos. Well, if there's too many, he can't control them all.
Mass hysteria.
Yeah. So he wouldn't have been able to control them, so they would just would have been chaos. And that's why they knew they were running around killing your wolves, killing whatever they could find to limit it. Because if he couldn't transform anybody, he hauled a howl, and there's only 2 guys left, that could maybe be contained. And a lot of them were there at where we're at. Olaf killed a couple. You killed some. And the vampire killed some of the buildings. So there was not many left around here. So, yeah. But if he transformed, that would have been his first thing, is to do that. Let me get the werewolves here real quick. Poor Dennis.
Yeah.
You're so tired. But anyway, yeah, he would have done the howl, and then basically you would have had to worry about surviving just the scream from him, and then he was only silver only did half damage. Normal weapons did no damage. Consecrated weapons or blessed weapons of some sort, like your axe by wolf, would have done normal damage, like that.
Mhm.
But he regenerated wounds every round, every card. So he regenerated wounds. So he regenerated wounds, and he could also shapeshift in one round.
Yeah.
And he had armor-piercing claws, and his strength was 60, 12 plus 6. 2 attacks per, so he was a death machine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, if you got infected, you would have had to roll your vigor at target number 11 not to turn into a werewolf.
Oh wow.
So,
Jeez.
so what you guys did, because he would have started with monologuing, because he's like, I'm here. And his main goal is,
he could have won next. I just would have.
but what he was really there is once he got control, is Olaf still wants to destroy Dracula. So his main goal was like, I do not want to destroy all you people. We have to fight Dracula. I'm going to gather my army and leave. We're going over to Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Mm.
But he would have left, but Europe would have been pretty fucked eventually because he
Yeah.
would have went after Dracula.
Yeah.
Again, and that's what happened. Dracula had to personally hunt him down and destroy him, broke up the crown, took some of the pieces, other people hid the pieces. Well, Connor was able over the years to find somebody who had collected one, most of it, and then he followed the tale. And once you get it, the spirit of the Manitou starts speaking to you, the pieces, and it drove him to find those pieces.
Right.
So that's what he was after. So, and then the director had the one piece. Now the director, you won't really know this till late. You won't ever know this, but the director secretly, he wanted him to go crazy because he knew he probably couldn't, with his research, that he probably couldn't control them. So they go nuts here in Memphis, just destroy the town,
yeah.
Nashville, just everything get destroyed, and then he'd throw the crown. He'd basically get the crown and throw it in the.
So you want to wreck Memphis and then destroy it. And
he didn't, without that final piece, he couldn't be the full werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
But Connor came up and, since he's a street kid from the start,
Right.
he swiped it, didn't even realize,
Pickpocket.
pickpocketed it, and had it. But you guys came in before you could do it, and he was like that. And then he had, like that. So anyway.
We got lucky in the cards too, though.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing was, you could have like,
versus Red Joker.
Yeah.
That was. Yeah. if
you
hadn't
got
had
stunned by
Red
the
Joker, we
Buddha,
would've
but
screwed.
you didn't have those guys there.
That was definitely a turning point.
Yeah.
So,
Thank God I was carrying the big 50.
Yeah.
and if, like I said, when you shot it and it cracked, you could have seen that it would have done something. So you realized that would have been the part to hit him with eventually. So, and
Well,
the agents were.
I had
fodder.
that was my plan from the
Yeah,
beginning.
you knew that too. And if the agents were going to be fodder to start with, he would have maybe started infecting them.
Right.
Anything else, but. So, yep, that's it. There is evidence here of all Connor stuff. In the safe, there is basically, he had spent most of his money on all of this stuff. So he's only got like a few thousand gold eagles in there.
That's better than nothing.
Just a few thousand.
A few thousand.
So there's about $2,000, basically. You write that
1,
down.
2, 3, 4, 5.
There is an extensive occult library.
6 of us.
With both.
Oh.
Monkey on the chain.
So 2,000.
Yeah, there is the library.
$333.
Hear that, Olaf?
How much is it divided by 5?
By 5?
Yeah.
Why, you giving up your share?
Maybe.
400 even.
Okay, I'll pass. I'll look
How
for
much
other
was it,
things.
Brad?
In
400 even.
Okay.
Tell
Is there
them.
anything-
$400.
Is there anything else in the safe?
Just a second.
Oh.
$400, Dennis.
Yep.
You get
400
$400.
gold crowns.
Ooh. I
No,
can look for a
$400.
velocipede. That's what I was waiting for.
No, $400, not 400 crowns.
Oh, I thought it was 400 gold crowns. You said.
No, it was $2,000 in
Well,
gold.
Oh.
gold crowns is another world altogether.
I mean, gold eagles.
Gold.
gold
The
It's
Eagles
$1.
Are basically
$400.
it's good north or south.
Right.
That's the only thing.
In there's like deeds to the properties and everything else, his ledger books and all that kind of stuff.
Deeds to properties, you say?
Yes. Well, we got the arena, his house here, all that sort of business. There are various.
It's a fixer-upper.
Yeah.
There are some holes.
It's got great ventilation right now.
And our lovely sunroom.
I'll take a hold of those deeds. Is it a deeds book?
There's deeds and other stuff like that.
I'll take that for my treasure.
Well, you don't have to get lawyers and all that stuff. So
Yeah,
It's okay.
it's not like something you can't just hand over and go, hey, I'm kind of.
yeah, no, there'll have to be all that sort of
That's
stuff.
all a dead hand rise up and sign over.
It won't be an issue.
But you do see there is a property deed, and Bo will explain that he had problems trying to get your signed over because there was a hidden person that owned part of the property, and they gave you temporary ownership of the land because the other person hadn't come forward over so much time until they claim, well, there's the actual rest of the deed of the banjo.
Oh, I'll hand it to him.
The banjo.
I'll be like, oh, hey,
And he's like, well, with that, and he being deceased, that
Yeah,
means
but
you-
the city can also just.
well, they did.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, here's the proof that he actually did own the banjo.
I'll toss that in the fire.
Anyway,
Proof? He didn't have no proof.
I'm gonna fold that up and stick that right in his little lounge.
in his guts. There you go.
There you go. You keep that.
There are some like Nordic like artifacts, you know, Norsican.
I'll gather them for our employer,
Felix.
Okay.
Felix.
Yeah, I mean, it's more archaeological standpoint, but they seem to be stuff that
He'd know what to do with them, though. So
you'll find out they're. He says,
Yeah, I'd be like to be reading them there too.
it seems like a lot of stuff seemed to be of this Kordoth's possessions. So it was like a hairpin or something like that. So they're not really magical now because the spirit of the mantle has been destroyed. So it's kind of that, you know, they're just items. But
Mementos.
he did have an extensive library with various items downstairs. So it'd be, I don't know how that works, but it'd be.
we got a wagon. Load it
But that was really it. He spent a lot of his fortune and everything else, wherever he had, basically buying what he could to get this crown. So a lot of the stuff he had downstairs were maybe a replica, or it was just it looked nice. It wasn't an artifact.
I'm gonna strip that voodoo guy and take all his shit and throw in the wagon for Felix.
He basically just had a lot of like. He had a very like a bone dagger of some sort, but a lot of it was just
Another one of those.
voodoo stuff. And
There's this big hole in the ground in Haiti that
Yeah.
we need to get.
We gotta go.
It's a bone dagger,
And
but it's a
it's
replica
more just,
of the one we threw away. Oh, this is a thing.
But yeah, wrapping up with Lil Pan, he kind of like turns to you guys after you're kind of doing all this, and he's been kind of like just standing there. And the one guy, just kind of the Oriental guy, just kind of sat down that you drank with.
Mhm.
He just sat down in a squat, kind of staring off into space. And the one lady's just kind of standing next to Lil Pan, just, you know, Lee, because she's just quiet. There's another black dragon with them. And after a while, he kind of like straightens himself up. He goes like, I'm sorry, I was elsewhere.
Oh, that's all right. We were making sure you were taken care of.
He goes, I am glad to finally have had my path fulfilled by Buddha. I am greatly thankful unto you for this.
I'll bow to him.
If you are ever in need of the Black Dragons, maybe not in the same path we once were, like Master, but this needs to be returned home.
I kind of pull out the necklace that I had from, and I say, do you need me to relay a message to these folks for you or anything?
Or maybe forgive them.
He nods. He goes, it was not his fault. I see that now. He takes it, the match of it off his neck. That will tell everything he needs to know. He bows deeply
Yeah,
to you.
I actually bow to him as well.
Tell him of what has happened. And tell him I will fulfill our honor.
You have my word.
He has suffered enough. Looks at her, and he looks at him. He goes like, he says in Chinese, "Are you ready?" He kind of gets up. We will be returning. She goes, Master? And he goes, you may continue what you are doing here, or you may accompany us back. But we will discuss it. Come.
I say, where do you want us to pick up the girl? You come with me now and get her?
Well, she will be delivered to you.
In a box.
He
What's in the
raises his
box?
hand.
In 6 different boxes.
Put her back together.
I will speak for her personally.
Here's your love sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put her in a burrito.
Required.
This is the last time I ordered my sister
He
from
goes-
Amazon.
I wanted a mail order bride. It's a piece by
Wish.
piece.
Wish, yeah.
Hey, he goes, I will speak with her. Do not worry. She will be fine. You'll have my word. He bows deeply to you. We stopped the great evil here today. Buddha has enlightened me of this.
I kind of bow like he did.
So, but there are greater evils I have committed in these last years. I see that now.
That was your path.
I have chosen.
Good.
May you choose yours. He kept pausing. He turns. He's like, "Do any of you want the honor to look upon Buddha before we go?"
I'm good.
I'm driving. Thanks.
I'm driving.
No, I saw enough, sir. Very well. Turns in about then. Catch him. The other rangers are coming on up. Well, I guess this all done, huh? Get your statue.
Thanks for the help.
You're welcome.
Always late.
How's about some breakfast?
That sounds good to me. A couple of them werewolves came crawling under in that room downstairs. Damn it.
Nobody got attacked, did they?
Well, you see a couple of things they're
Oh,
hurt, but they're alive. So, and the strangest damn thing, there was like some big bright light and some god awful scream, and the fellas flopped back into humans. Well, pieces of humans. And once the crown destroyed, anybody who was affected with it, ordered back to human form. So now that also helps the whole comedian. It's like, I don't know what happened, but all the friggin' Hemlock's guys went ape shit, running around naked, biting people and scratching their eyes out, beating people up, and they're like, what the hell's with these gray boys? They've gone crazy.
Well, I hand over the paperwork
catch him.
to catch him. You know, I should keep you busy for a while. Keep you out of my sight at least.
Well, that's for damn sure. We might have to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner here, fellas.
I'm looking to get back to Memphis, so
Well,
been gone too long.
I suppose you fellas go there. We got any questions, we'll hunt you down. You want to head with them, Marie, or you want to sit there and mop up this mess?
You know,
I got a duty to do. I can stop on the way home.
I'll take him.
All
I'll
right.
be taking Connor. We already got a coffin for him.
Now the Pinkerton woman is
No, but still, she's
Natalie.
still
she's still there.
Is it Natalie or Niobe? Which one?
Niobe.
Naomi.
Naomi is the Pinkerton. Natalie is the
Marie.
Marie. Oh.
Naomi and Marie.
Marie, so.
No, he had said Natalie.
I know, that's my bad.
While everybody is doing things, I'm gonna talk to her real quick.
Sure.
I'm gonna take that book of deeds and I'll write an address on a piece of paper. I'm gonna hand it to her. I said, "Darling, when you go back up north, I need you to drop this off at this location.
All right.
There'll be a telegram past that."
She's like, did you find anything in there, like a ring or anything? You did find like some rings and stuff.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, there's jewelry.
Which one do you want?
Oh, I didn't know that. So, yeah, I found some right here. Yeah. We'll put them out.
She kind of gets it. She gets all teared up. She's like, that was my fiance's grandmother's. She was Norfolk or something.
I'm sure a lot of these rings hold some very.
And it's missing a piece out of the ring.
Yeah.
Like, and it's been pried out. And he goes, I don't know why Connor wanted the damn thing, but it cost me just about everything.
part of that crown.
She looks over there and she's like, well, it cost him everything too.
Eye for an eye, boy.
He's like, Bo's like, don't make it right, do you? Oh well. One thing I learned from you, Dad, you can always find somebody to love.
Whoa.
He's like, whoa. He's just like, well, you can find somebody to love, but you need to have somebody to hold on to the rest of your life. And I want to make sure that's you.
What about your other daughter?
Yeah, what about me, Dad? Oh, get in here. And they kind of dog. And that ends.
Did the silver cool off?
Yes, it will cool off.
All right.
Pretty quickly, actually. But
So I'm gonna grab that and head on down towards the arena.
yeah, as you leave, you guys are still kind of doing all their stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something with that body. So
Okay, go ahead.
Ball
So
tick.
we're got to use his wagon, but I brought the coffin, put him in there, chain it up, and take it down to the bridge and give it the check because we still had him down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and then I'm going to tell him, since he's already been paid, he doesn't have to take it north or south. I'm going to tell him just take it someplace that he knows no one knows about and bury it there, deep in the ground.
I can do that.
And that's all fair.
All right.
And then I'll probably, whatever these guys are planning to do, I'll catch up to later. I'm going to take a walk on the bridge and just
Okay.
kind of spend an hour there or something like that.
All right.
I'm
As
going
you
to take off here.
okay, Brad.
Oh,
Real quick, I'll give you guys. You want me to give you chips real quick?
Yeah,
yeah.
Brad, you get a legend.
Another one?
Nope. Well, you killed Connor.
Kill a lot of people, really.
You get a blue chip for destroying the crown. Basically, everyone's going to get a blue chip because you got everybody to align to help you out, basically. 2 blue, yes. 3. And then with everything that happened, and you did get her rescued, so that's a white chip. Everybody gets a white chip for rescuing her. And then I'm going to also give you 5 bounty points. I think that's about right.
Yeah.
For just overall everything. And then we can go over your.
Brad, you want to do yours first?
Yeah, probably nothing.
Is that about right for
Oh yeah.
chips?
Yeah,
Sounds good.
there's nothing here. Cautious, heavy sleeper.
I ain't got anything either.
Slot past you around.
Mina's a rattler, and wanted in the north. And
I'll give you a white chip.
White chip.
Take it. Hold on.
Well,
I'm going to give you a white chip for the ladies, because you were able to actually seduce that one lady. So
Protect her by keeping her in bed.
Molly. Had night terror things there, which I had to fight against for a bit there because I got up to some minus
I'll get-
4 days on that.
I'll give you one more white chip.
How much is a red chip and bounty?
2. Yeah, sell off my blue one.
I mean, is that, or should I give them any more, you think? Or?
No, that's fine. That's fine. We don't want to pass out too much because.
So basically what's going on with that book of deeds is I'm sending it to my lawyers in Massachusetts and I'm having them sell off the deeds to wherever and put the money in my account. So that's how he gets his treasure.
Well, they'll see what they can do.
Yeah,
Because it is in the South.
I know. But I can't pass that up.
I was using the voice against the soldiers
Good job, Mike.
outside the township.
That's an edge.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, sorry. One start. At least it's finished. So.
Join us
And then
next
before
week
you
as
leave,
we
though,
kill more things.
Vampire will probably see you on the bridge and basically thank you for everything. But if you're ever in Europe, look us up.
Give him the thing and tell him to get the fuck off my daddy's bridge.
He nods and leaves. So. But yes, with you,
See ya,
he's
Brad.
almost standing on the road when you get out of the thing. He nods as you kind of come up. There, and you see, like, kind of in the wolf. You see one of the big wolves. He's kind of in the tree line, kind of growling at him. You know, when you're ones like that, he's kind of like a little wary there out this. That's why he's standing out there in the thing. But he's like, I have spoken with you, brethren. I am leaving. But this will be remembered. Your aid for Dracula will not be forgotten.
You got Dracula AIDS.
Thanks for it.
If you are in need,
Very well. Here's the remnants of the crown.
put down.
A giant silver pot.
And he goes, he nods. I see he got the message.
You can set that point blank.
And he tried to do it for Cobb, but I don't think Cobb will take it. But...
No.
Was it allies? Yeah. Was it ally? Allies or contact? What do you think would be more? Maybe contact?
Maybe contact, not an ally.
Put contact. Dracula.
Vampire.
1.
I would say Order of Dracula.
Order of Dracula.
Because he never actually spoke to Dracula. And Dracula was not
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh,
that.
yeah, just call me.
Hey!
Dracula was like, fuck, I don't know who you are.
I didn't know what it was
Drop
called.
by
Yeah, I
anytime.
would say the Order of Dracula.
But it's like a 1. It's like,
It's
Oh,
technically Friends in High Places. That's what you're
okay.
Yeah.
That way.
Well, that's interesting. I've got contact Order of Dracul, contact Dixie Rail, and contact Military Longstreet.
Yeah.
It's like, kind of a...
What happened here?
Yeah.
As far as hindrances, I doubt I really had anything but half-breed, illiterate, bloodthirsty, and vengeful.
I'll give you white chip for your bloodthirsty.
Dennis, you can have that.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Bummer.
Don't forget, if you want to buy overall or any of that, then it's 1 chip. It's 1 point. So that way you have it. You don't have the penalty in the future. Same thing with ride. I don't think you get ride either.
1 point. Yeah.
Well, we know the technical bit difficulties. Got us finished sooner, but. Well, sorry it took so long, but that was it.
That's cool.
Thank you, Brad. Mike, it was very good.
No, I get more.
Yeah. Thank you.
I really enjoyed the game. It was very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily I had enough chips to stop you, because I would have been like, "Oh, police head up." Okay.
Well,
I saw the chip dump and I'm like, yes!
It's always a good thing.
That was it. It still took 3, so. Between you, Cobb, and then you.
except I didn't actually hit him. I was just...
No, but destroying the crown basically stopped the werewolf.
Yeah.
Join us next week when we try something new or something different.
No, for something
And
completely
we will
different.
be on, hopefully our Facebook will be live by then. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We'll see you all next week.